Right now at noon, we are continuing our breaking news coverage of a building explosion and collapse in the Bronx. This is the Mott Haven section at the Mitchell houses on Alexander Avenue. As you can see, an entire side of the building has been reduced to rubble. Natalie Duddridge is on the scene and joins us now with the new developments. Natalie.
Well, Cindy, we just heard from a dozen officials. The mayor was here, emergency management, FDNY, Bronx borough president, all updating us here on the latest. They say this could have been a major tragedy, but loss of life was avoided. The focus now on preventing this from happening again. So an investigation is underway into this building here. And I want to just show you, this is 205 Alexander Avenue. This is the NYCHA Mitchell houses. And the first call came in around 8 o'clock this morning for a loud boom. And we just got dramatic video from a viewer's adjacent window. You can see dust, smoke, chunks of debris, bricks from this building spilling out from the side just in the moments following this collapse. Chopper 2 showing the aftermath, the gaping hole along the side of the building. You can see as well firefighters, rescue crews sifting through the rubble below. The initial reports came in as a possible gas explosion. Officials now believe the incident involved the chimney and ventilation shaft connected to the boiler room. A partial structural collapse inside this 20-story building. Now, luckily, officials confirming no one was hurt. Many residents had already left for work. Children were in school when this happened. We are told there have been evacuations. This is a 20-story building. It's about 40 units impacted. We know many residents also self-evacuated after hearing the boom and feeling the shake. And early this morning, we spoke to many out in the streets, some still in their pajamas. Here's what residents and officials had to say.
We ran our dogs over this pile of bricks that is behind us, which is the structure that collapsed. It is a ventilation shaft connected to the boiler.
Over the next several hours, as inspectors are in the building, we will do everything possible to make sure that we minimize the disruption and the anxiety of the residents and the families here in this working class community.
The fumes was very, very thick and very dark. You heard a loud boom and the thing just exploded and it fell down. Just like that.
I'm looking and they like this. Get out the building's collapsing. So me, my son, I just grab him, I go. I see people in the hallway, they running, they leaving everything.
Now, back out here, crews are going apartment to apartment to make sure and check if they are structurally sound. Meanwhile, a temporary assistance center has been set up at 210 Alexander Avenue. That is for residents who have been evacuated. And back on the ground, police shut down, I'd say it's nearly a 10-block radius. The mayor urging everyone to stay away until these inspections are complete. Engineers checking out the complex. Officials telling us they will have a clearer picture of the extent of the damage later this afternoon and whether or not residents will be able to attend. That's the latest here. Natalie Duddridge, CBS News, New York.
Natalie, thank you. And let's get over to Dan Rice for a look at the collapse from the air. Dan?
And Cindy, there's a lot to see from high above. Now, first off, on the roof, you're going to see members of the Department of Buildings doing their inspection of the building to see how safe and sound the structure is for residents to come back. But as we work our way down to the ground, just look at the damage that was created by that explosion. Chunks of the building now missing, that entire chimney gone from the side of the building there. Pieces of it still hanging off the side of the building. We heard in the press conference earlier that they are going to have to do some demolition to get rid of some of that build or what's left of that chimney. But just look at the thickness of that chimney there on the right side of your video. That's 4 layers of bricks that were blown out from the side of this building. But we can see inside now what we know is now the boiler room for the complex there, and you can see what's left of the boiler inside of that chimney. And of course, just the pile of debris that was left behind when the bricks came showering down. You see a door there in the center of your video, the bricks going almost to the top of that door. A large, massive cleanup will be necessary to get all this out of the way. Reporting live in Chopper 2, Dan Rice, CBS News, New York.
Dan, thank you. Stay with CBS News New York for the very latest developments on this big breaking news story. We'll have crews on the scene all day and bring you the latest tonight at 5.